Lionel Messi appears to have finally admitted Barcelona has wasted his prime. This powerful statement, originally published on ccn.com in September 2020, captured what many fans had suspected for years. It was more than just a headline. It echoed deep frustration and disappointment that had been building across the football world. Think about it for a moment. How does a club with arguably the greatest player of all time end up wasting such a rare peak? Messi's numbers during his time at Barcelona were beyond extraordinary. According to ABC News, he was directly involved in nearly 60% of the team's goals across multiple seasons. Even more impressively, he accounted for around 48% of all open shot attempts. That kind of influence is not just uncommon, it is historic. Yet despite his brilliance, Barcelona's overall direction from 2013 to 2021 was heading downward. The reasons were not mysterious. Poor financial decisions, boardroom instability, and short-sighted planning all played their part. As we go deeper into this timeline, ask yourself, what does it take for a club to truly protect and elevate a once-in-a-generation player? Going back to the earlier years helps us understand just how far the club fell. Between 2008 and 2012, Barcelona was setting the standard for modern football. Under Pep Guardiola, they won the treble in 2009, La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the UEFA Champions League, all in one season. This team was built around La Masia talents like Xavi Hernandez, Andres Iniesta, and Sergio Busquets, with Lionel Messi as the crown jewel. Guardiola's system was based on control through possession and aggressive pressing. It created the perfect stage for Messi's creativity and finishing. By the 2012 to 2013 season, Messi was contributing to more than 40% of the club's goals, according to figures from ABC News and Reddit. It is hard to overstate the balance Barcelona struck during those years. The structure of the team supported Messi perfectly, and in turn, he delivered results that are still discussed today. But how long can any golden era last without careful planning for what comes next? Things began to shift significantly after 2015. That was the year Xavi left the team. Iniesta followed in 2018. Then came Neymar's departure in 2017, which left a massive gap in the forward line. According to Sport 360 and Wikipedia, these exits weakened the structure that had once supported Messi. Without that midfield and forward synergy, Barcelona lost a critical layer of tactical stability. Meanwhile, the board, led by President Josep Bartomeu, was making expensive mistakes. The club spent over 400 million euros on players like Philippe Coutinho, Ousmane Dembélé, and Antoine Griezmann. Unfortunately, none of them fully lived up to expectations. Everything Barca reported that by 2021, the club's debt had risen to 1.35 billion euros. These problems were not going unnoticed. Brendan Neto wrote on Sport 360, "Barcelona have wasted Lionel Messi's prime years, and he has every right to walk away." That quote resonated with fans because it reflected the truth. Between 2015 and 2021, Barcelona reached the Champions League semifinal just once. The 8-2 loss to Bayern Munich in 2020, as reported on Wikipedia, was a historic low point. So what happens when your best player becomes your only plan? Data from ABC News covering the 2010 to 2014 period shows that Messi was directly responsible for almost half of the team's open shot attempts. He was involved in roughly 60% of their goals. When he was not on the pitch, the team's shot conversion rate dropped to below 13%. Over time, according to Sport 360, the reliance on Messi became even more intense. By the late 2000s and 10s, he was initiating attacks from deeper positions and making more than 5 progressive runs per game. The creative burden had shifted almost entirely to him. The tactical environment around him was also changing, and not for the better. After Luis Enrique left in 2017, the team cycled through multiple managers. Ernesto Valverde, Quique Setién, and Ronald Koeman all had different approaches, but none were able to maintain the tactical clarity that Pep Guardiola had provided. Everything Barca and ccn.com noted that the team looked increasingly reactive rather than proactive. Leadership lacked stability both on and off the field. During a 2015 press conference, Guardiola himself said, You cannot neutralize Messi. Even when you control the match, he can decide it with a single moment. That quote, documented by as.com, speaks volumes about the gap between Messi's quality and the team's overall coordination. This growing disconnect led to an ending few saw coming. In August 2021, Messi announced in a press conference that he would leave Barcelona. "I was not ready," he said, visibly emotional, as reported by AP News. Just a year earlier, Pep Guardiola had told The Guardian, "I think he will finish his career there." That comment, while well-intended, became a painful reminder of what might have been. Messi did not leave because his performance declined. He left because the club, once built to support him, had collapsed under years of poor decisions. Between financial mismanagement, tactical confusion, and an over-reliance on one player, Barcelona wasted some of the best years football has ever seen. We can say Barcelona's golden era matched perfectly with Messi's rise, but poor board decisions and financial mismanagement slowly broke that balance. The team relied too heavily on Messi while failing to support him with the right squad or stable leadership. Eventually, the system around him collapsed. What would your club have done with a player like Messi? Could better planning have changed everything? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and join us here on Enigma Path for more deep football stories.